Just two adjacent girls living in a lovely world. They took a podcast train going anywhere, but kind of specifically through Austin, Texas. Yeah, hook 'em horns.
Adjacent. Very near, next to, or touching. Our tailgate is adjacent to the left field fence. ADJACENT. Adjacent.
All right, welcome back, y'all. Welcome to Adjacent. We are in studio today, and we have two gorgeous ladies in front of us. I can't believe it.
They're so hot.
I know. On the hot meter, what would you give them?
Solid 9.5.
What would give them the 0.5 to get them to a 10?
I mean, that's up to them. There's always room for improvement, right? There's always room for improvement.
Oh, totally.
If I gave you a 10, you'd be like,
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm perfect, personally.
oh, hey, kindred spirits. Yeah. Well, if loving me is wrong, I don't want to be right.
Who do we have in the studio today, Shellbell?
We have K-Stock and her baby, her favorite.
Yes, Mama's favorite.
Cassidy Brent. Cassidy Brent's in the house.
Cassidy. You are so pretty.
You're so pretty.
Stop.
We're kind of like, and then I see these pictures of y'all together, and I'm like, I see
Hey, twins.
like twins.
It's like
Yeah.
the Palmolive commercial is like, who?
The daughter.
Remember?
Who's older.
I do remember that. Oh my gosh,
You'll have
blast.
to recreate it.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, that's so funny.
Cassidy's like, what are you talking about?
Shut up.
No, she's too young
I'll look
because
it up.
you were born in the 80s and we were born in the 60s and 70s.
That's right.
So you're a Scorpio.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay, so tell me if these resonate with you. Y'all are intense, loyal, brave, determined, intuitive, magnetic, and resourceful.
Yes.
Mostly.
But
Sometimes.
here are your bad traits. We never tell anybody their bad traits. You're secretive, possessive, controlling, stubborn, manipulative, and prone to anger.
No way. None of those.
I do not think any of those things, even
Not
the other
one.
things, very few of those even describe her. Are you sure you're a Scorpio?
Well,
Check
she
it?
could have a
what you
moon
told
rising
me.
in the whatever sign. So.
I think a lot of those do, Kimmy. Read the top ones again.
Intense,
No.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
loyal,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
100%.
brave,
Yes.
Yes.
determined,
Yes.
intuitive.
Yes.
As a nurse, you have to be super
Yes.
intuitive,
Yes.
magnetic,
Yes.
and resourceful.
Yes.
She doesn't
Yes, she is
want
a-
to. She doesn't
is.
want to be magnetic.
So mainly, you're
But
not
she is.
intense.
Yeah, she's not intense at all.
Mm-mm.
Is there anything you're intense about? It seems like you're pretty low key.
I am very low key.
Okay.
I'm intense about being low key.
Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
Where were you born?
In San Antonio,
San Antonio. Okay. And then
What hospital?
Wilford Hall.
what was that delivery like?
That's recreated.
Oh my gosh.
Like we did at
That's
Camp
the military
Shellbell.
hospital.
So do you remember?
I was there, but
Well, let me tell you, it was the best day of my life, and no kidding, it was amazing. You were 9 days late, so I was very, very pregnant and ready, and it was back in the olden days, so they didn't like put Pitocin on you and all that. I mean, you had to be like 3 months late in order for anybody to worry about it back then.
Yeah.
But
Especially in a
Louise.
military
I mean,
hospital.
my
They're
kids,
like,
I had Pitocin, but I guess they're a little
yeah, so yeah, well, this was in 1987, so
right.
it's like, and also too, it was military.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
and you didn't ever have an ultrasound, right? So
I
you didn't
did
even
not
know if
have
I
an
was a boy
ultrasound.
or a girl.
Did not. They didn't
Ghetto.
give ultrasounds unless there was a problem.
surprise.
Yeah. And there was no problem. I had like a textbook other than the morning sickness, which was all day sickness for the first like 5.5, 6 months where I was literally I was in the hurt locker. I had that. I think I probably had that extreme nausea throwing up because I literally was
Hyperemesis.
Oh, yes. Let the nurse. What is it called?
Hyperemesis.
Hyperemesis. Okay.
Emesis. Okay.
That's
I'm
what Lindsay
sure-
had. Lindsay Mullen. Oh my gosh.
That's
It's
hell.
so awful.
It's terrible. I ended up in the ER once just to get IV fluids. And I can remember sitting in there. I was so young, I think about 23 years old.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in like a military hospital and everything. And then I hear women like in labor and they're like
Jesus.
screaming bloody murder. And
That was me.
I'm freaking out. I mean, by that, I'm like maybe 4 months pregnant, and I'm like, oh my God, I cannot
What
do
have I
this.
done?
I cannot, I am not doing this. No way.
Well, way because
Way.
you can't just put the
So even the nurse
toothpaste
there
back in
knew,
the
the nurse
bottle.
there knew that I was freaked out, and she came in and she goes, honey, that's not normal. What you're hearing here, that's not a normal, this lady's very dramatic. But
Well, that
but-
was me.
yeah, it was a regular delivery. I had this cute doctor named Dr. Horowitz.
So you're hitting on the doctor.
I was totally, and you know what? I had seen him in the hallway walking, and
And you sucked in your
Man.
stomach like,
yeah, I did. I took my wedding ring off.
I'm
I
not
mean,
pregnant.
literally, no, I'm just kidding. Anyway, I'm
Sorry,
kidding.
Jerry.
I was walking in the hall, and I had seen him before, and I had wanted him to deliver. But military, you get who you get. When you go to deliver your baby, there's no like, well, can I have my doctor? You don't really have a doctor. But I saw him when I was trying to get the labor to move along, and he goes, "Oh, you finally," because I was late, and he's like, "Oh, you finally decided to show up," and I'm like, "Yeah, but I want you to deliver my
Flirting.
baby," and I labored that whole day, and I was like, well, I never saw him. And right when I went to go they took you to another room to deliver back then. And they took me to the other room I was to deliver. And lo and behold, I look up and there's Dr. Horowitz's cute face down there, bringing out my baby into the world.
Oh,
With
I
the
was
salad spoon.
with the salad spoons, just
Oh, yeah.
getting her done. I was very happy, but it was something.
You're a forceps baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, she was 8 pounds,
7 ounces.
7 ounces. She was a big baby.
Do you know
was
what
tiny.
time? Do you know what time of day?
2:45
Yeah,
in the
like two-
afternoon.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, how
Afternoon.
nice.
Mhm.
How
And
nice.
yeah, it was great. It was wonderful. But the other thing is like, you know, I mean, and I wanted a baby. I wanted her more than that. I was so excited. Everything was, but like once she was there, I was like, kind of like,
Uh-oh.
Now what do I do?
Right.
and back then,
It's
like,
23.
surreal. It's surreal.
okay, I had another person in my room, like another mom with her baby. And then there was me with my baby in a little tray over here.
By the way,
And
I would never want to share a room.
I
in a
know. And that
hospital.
baby had a few issues. It had the meconium, whatever.
Oh,
Staining.
God.
Yeah, so the baby had like an IV in its head and it cried like the whole night and everything. And me, I was young. I was like, send that baby back to the nursery. It's keeping us up.
Yeah. That's a good thing to do.
That is facts.
I think that's so nice.
Those are some facts from
But
Kim
I
right
was
there.
I was so freaked out. Like, you know, what do I do? What do I do? But I tell you, I can remember clear as day. Your dad had already left to go home, and I was in the hospital, and it was dark, and there you are laying all curled up, and you were a perfectly adorable. When you came out, you looked like you were about 3 months old,
Oh.
and
Did you have a lot of hair?
tiny bit of hair, but she just looked so perfect. And
Gerber baby.
and
Gerber.
and so your dad had left, and I was like, just looking at you laying there, almost like in disbelief. Like, did this happen?
I
Like,
made
is this baby like this? I have a daughter. Oh my
Oh,
God.
it's so surreal.
It is.
Oh my
It's
God.
so, I mean, you
I
felt
had
it
the same.
with
Yeah,
Cannon.
I had the
You
same.
have to,
I was
yeah.
like, whoa, you were
Yeah.
in there and now you're out.
Yeah.
You're like real.
You're real.
This is real. This is real life.
This isn't doll anymore. This is
Yeah.
And my name almost wasn't Cassidy.
What was it going to be? What was your name going to be?
It was going to be Crystal with a K. Crystal Jerry.
Like the sandwich shop?
Crystal
The
Jerry.
Crystal Jerry.
Oh, wow. KJ?
It's kind of a stripper
Crystal,
name. I'm
like,
glad they
okay,
changed it.
I have a
want
friend
you to think
Crystal with a K.
Think about it. Think about
No
who's
offense,
Crystal with a
Crystals
K.
out there.
Think back to the time of
Knots Landing.
Dynasty was Crystal.
Crystal.
With a K.
Oh,
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Name her that.
Yeah. Well,
So close. You would have been a porn star.
you would have had a completely different life.
You would have.
Crystal with
Yeah.
a K.
I might have been
now
rich,
on the
though.
pole. I mean, you dodged a bullet. You
The
dodged
full
a
name
bullet.
is Crystal with a K.
Crystal with
And
a
my
K.
last name was K. Knopf. So KK.
Oh,
She was
wow.
KK too. So
I was
it would have
KK
been
too.
Yeah, it could have been cute.
Oh. Very,
so
very
what was it?
entertaining.
You were basically an only child, right?
I was an only child until I was
Until-
about until I wasn't. No. Until I was about 8.
Okay. So you were raised pretty much like only child. Do all the additives and everything and all the, how they describe only children, was that how you were kind of very doted on? But you weren't spoiled.
I don't think I was spoiled.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Kim, so she spoils her kids.
She does.
But
In a good way.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah, but not like spoiled brats, but spoiled.
No, not at all.
No. And then what were some of your activities you did?
Well, I did dance since I was
your mom like
4.
that? Those dance moms, like that lady on dance, those moms
Definitely
on
not.
Dance?
No.
No. Okay, good.
She was like, "Do I have to stay the whole day?"
Yeah.
All the dances look the same after a while.
Well, those, I'm going
And
to
they're
say.
not good.
Yeah, I know.
How honest I am. Like,
I know.
Thank you.
painful.
Yeah. I just want to come in and watch
You're like,
you.
I'm only going to clap if it's good. I'm not going to give you just like gratuitous clapping over here.
And it is like a full day event, a full weekend event.
It is.
The competition.
I know. My
so.
kids were in
When did you start dancing?
ballet and
I
stuff.
was like 4.
Nice.
Yes.
Good job, Mom.
Well, it really wasn't even, so I managed some apartments in San Antonio on Austin Highway, and there was a dance studio literally walking from steps from our apartment, and she was super into watching ice skating and watching things on TV and mimicking it. She would see it on and she'd go,
Yeah.
"Hey, watch me, Mom, watch me do this turn, watch me." And so I thought, well, she's going to put her in dance. And so we tried out one of those, as a beginner, like it was tumbling and tap and
Yeah.
all that. And I'm telling you, from there on, she was hooked.
Yeah.
It was
Well, what
all
a great
her.
activity. I mean,
Yeah.
keep her engaged in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that dance studio that she went to was also the dance studio that the man that I was dating went to when he was a kid.
Oh.
The Dorothy Keck dancers were actually his. When he was a kid, his mom had them all in dance. And so Cassidy knew the kid was dancing with actually their kids. But anyway, it was like, whoa, okay, a small world.
So when did your parents get divorced? How old were you when?
I was 5.
5.
I'm pretty sure.
Mm-mm.
No?
How
old was I?
Well, let's see. It depends on what you consider divorced. We actually got divorced in 1991. That's when the ink was the signature
finalized? So
of.
5.
Okay, so,
So,
less
4.
than 5.
So she was born in
3?
87. But she was about 18 months when Jerry was sent to Alaska
Okay.
on a 1-year assignment. He was in the Air Force, firefighter in the Air Force. And so he was gone for a year, and then he came back, and then he wound up getting stationed in Phoenix. And I'm kind of said, I'm not going to Phoenix. And that was kind of the end of it. I mean, it had been coming, but, I wasn't about to. And by then I had a real good job and we were all settled. But you were only like
3 or
maybe
4.
3 years old by then. 3, yeah.
Yeah. But
News to me. I have been saying 5 this whole time.
and then your dad had another
That's how much it
marriage, and you
affected her.
haven't had another sibling when you were 8. You had a sibling.
Yeah, so my dad got remarried and had 2 of my half siblings.
Uh-huh. And do you get along with them pretty well?
I mean, yeah, when we talk,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're not super close.
Are you
Y'all
close
never
with your dad?
lived together.
We did not live together.
Yeah. I think that's the
Oh,
big. Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, because
Yeah, and
you were
I
with
was
your mom.
8 and 12
That makes sense.
when they were born. So,
Yeah.
Are you pretty close with your dad?
yeah, I mean, we're not close.
But you are a mama's girl,
yes,
for sure.
totally.
Your mom's favorite.
I mean,
yes,
that's
you could
what
say. You could say that.
That's what I think is so sweet. Like, I love watching y'all's relationship because, A, Kim's a straight shooter,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. She'll tell you like it is.
Mhm.
And, but with you, she just melts around you. Like,
Yes.
it's just the sweetest relationship
It is.
to watch.
It's so pretty. I love it.
But I also, if she had to give you some tough love, she would, because that's the kind of girl she
But,
is.
Oh,
but
totally.
Cassidy's never required that. She's always been amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
We're like talking about raising our kids and stuff like that. And Kim's like,
I don't know what you're talking about. This is I know.
I never had to experience that.
I know. You need to get pointers. You need to tell people how to raise like such
Exactly.
an amazing daughter. Because
Well, it was kind of like us against the world because she was a single parent and we
Yeah.
lived in a 1-bedroom apartment at one point, slept in
We
the
lived
same
all
bed.
over. We lived
Yeah.
like, we
Yeah.
lived where we kind of fell at the time,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it was always like nice and safe.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
wasn't
of
like, we
course.
never
It
lived
wasn't
in
shady.
slums or
Yeah.
anything. But it was usually because I managed properties. And so if I managed a property, sometimes I would get a unit there like for free or whatever. And if I liked it, then we'd live there or whatever. But
It's
we
actually a
did.
great gig.
When
I
we
know, it
moved to
is.
Austin was when
How old were you?
2nd grade.
Okay. So you're
Like
about
8-ish.
6, 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of
7 or
felt
8.
like I got an opportunity with a job in Austin, and I felt like we kind of needed a change,
Yeah.
because I'd been in San Antonio a long time and time for a change. So we did move to Austin, and I have never ever regretted it.
Yeah.
I have never looked back and thought, should I? And even because I kind of sort of, in a way, I guess, kind of separated you a little bit from your dad in the sense that he lived in San Antonio.
Yeah. Well, maybe y'all both were just ready for something different. And so when you guys moved to Austin, you settled here. And then what schools did you go to, Cassidy?
So for 2nd grade, I went to, what's it called? It was on
Cedar Creek.
Cedar Creek is on B.
Ains.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even know if it's still there anymore.
It is still there.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah.
3rd through 5th, I went to Kasurik.
Okay.
And then I went to Bailey. And then I went to Bowie.
Okay. And how did you like your schooling experience?
I loved it.
And you were a Silver Star.
I was. Yes. Under the
Fun-
direction of Mary Beth Kepper.
Oh,
Fun
just like
fact,
Shelly.
we all danced.
I
for Mary
danced
Beth
under
Kepper.
Mary Beth Kepper. She
Yeah.
was not very nice
Yay.
to me one time.
Yeah, me too. But it's okay. We made up, I think.
I mean, I've been going to
Well, I think for the
therapy
kind of for the same reason too, honestly, a little bit.
She wasn't very nice, but that's okay. We all move on.
Yeah.
I'm not carrying it at all. And then you, where did you go to college?
So right after high school, I went to UTSA
Lovely.
for like my basics. And then I went to nursing school also in San Antonio. It was through one of the big hospital systems there, Baptist Health Systems, has their own private like health professions school.
Smart.
So I did that and I got an associate's degree.
How did your mom survive you being all the way in San Antonio without her?
Oh.
Did she get an apartment down the street.
Yeah.
Did she walk you to class?
I might have, except I had Jake to contend with. So
Yeah.
I was
Right.
pretty tied up.
Luckily,
but
it's not too far.
I do remember that whole thing of you moving to San Antonio. And
I
mean,
remember.
San Antonio
I
is
remember.
like a big city, and
Yeah.
it's
It is big
scary.
and
And
sprawling.
letting your little girl go 18 years old, just plopping her down. And we went and looked at many apartment complexes, and I'm like, this places look scary, and this could happen, and that could happen. You're living here by yourself.
Oh my
and da-da-da-da.
gosh, I'm the same
But
way.
I felt, you know what I've always felt about Cass is she always had a good head on her shoulders. She
Yes.
never was real risky or, of course I drilled a lot of fear into her. Like, oh my God, don't be walking down any dark alleys or dark streets or, anything like that. So I really spent a lot of time, I guess as a single woman too, spent a lot of time teaching her about safety. And
Yes.
teaching how to be a safe woman.
Yeah.
And
Smart.
I think that when she left, I had the comfort of knowing she's not stupid. She's not going to take risks
No.
beyond, And so and
I was never a sneak out and party person.
Yeah.
I still don't drink alcohol.
Not her thing.
Straight laced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny how, our generation, we're wilder than our
are.
kids.
we are.
And we're shocked by it. We're like,
what
I'm
happened?
sorry. Are you going to sit at home?
You're
on
not
a
going to go
Friday?
party and
I
hang
know.
out
I
and
know.
do
When we went to Vegas for my mom's 60th, she was like, I don't feel 60. And I was like, I do. Tired.
Well, but
You also have
Cassidy,
children.
You have two
Exactly.
little
You have
boys.
two little boys.
Well,
And you work full time.
and you
were
work
going to school
full-time.
full time.
yes.
At that, man, you had a lot on your plate on her 60th.
Yeah.
You were just finishing up
Yeah.
in P school. And
I kind of blocked it out, to be
Yeah.
honest. So
it was I have to say this about Cassidy because Kimmy brings it up a lot, is that she never opened any of those books.
she loves to
Not
tell
one.
people she didn't take the cellophane off of her books.
Well, because she had,
Well, a lot of
I'm
she
not a
doesn't
reader.
read.
well, a lot of the
She's capable of reading.
no,
She
but I
just
can
Maybe.
read.
I don't know. I
It's
did ask her
because-
one time, can you read? Are you sure?
Oh my gosh, somebody asked me that once. Do you even
Can
read? I was like,
just
yes, I
don't
read.
like it.
I like
Number
it.
one,
Chosen
because
activity.
I can't absorb the information,
that away.
and it makes me tired.
It triggers
You have
narcolepsy.
narcolepsy.
I have narcolepsy, apparently.
So now you're a nurse, and what
A nurse practitioner.
nurse practitioner, which is,
Yeah.
I mean,
Because you went on, you didn't
basically-
finish your schooling.
Yeah,
because
I
now
didn't.
she went on.
So I
and-
got my associate's degree initially and was an RN for 14 years.
wow.
And then,
Fun fact, Megan Yaki.
Oh yeah.
yes, worked with Megan Yaki.
Yeah.
And then finally, I'd been thinking about going back to school to get my master's in a nurse practitioner for a while, but getting started is the hardest part, especially
Yes.
when you have 2 kids and you also have to work full time. It's I don't know if I want to do all that, but the hospital I was working for was going to make everybody go back to get their bachelor's degree
Right.
who didn't already have it. And I was like, well, if I'm going back to school, then I'm just going to go all the way
Yeah.
through
No.
because I don't
Right.
care about having a bachelor's degree because it doesn't really make a difference as far as being
Pay.
an RN and pay.
Right.
You don't get more pay.
Mhm.
So that's how that happened. So then I went to, I had to get my bachelor's first. I did that online at Texas Tech. Never actually been to Texas Tech, but I
But you
have
are
a
a
degree.
Raider.
You're a Raider.
You graduated.
Pew, pew.
Pew, pew.
And
Never
it
stepped foot
tracks
on the
with
campus.
Bowie, the red and black.
That's
You didn't even have to change.
Yeah, there you go.
And then I got my master's in nursing and family nurse practitioner through Texas Women's University in Denton.
Denton, yeah.
Yeah, and I just finished last last year in August. And then I just started my big girl job in March.
And how are you liking it?
I love it.
Good.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I mean,
I feel like a big girl.
you are you're
You were a big girl before that.
Yes. I know, but now I'm like, I get to be the one like making the decisions and like
You're an
that kind of
important girl.
stuff. Yeah.
No.
so as
Very
a
proud of you.
nurse,
Bravo.
very
Yes.
proud, very,
Yes.
very
Beyond,
proud of you.
And your
yes.
mom is very proud of
Every,
you.
I mean, we all just are like in awe
Yeah.
for sure.
And nursing is, I think that
It's
even
such a-
I was very, because I'm thinking, nursing, just put a little Band-Aid, I mean, I just wasn't thinking how really utterly difficult
it's so
nursing
hard.
school is.
Oh.
We've known several
Yes.
people that really just could not, and they're smart. They just could not get it's very science intense.
Yes.
It's very
Oh,
mathematically
it's competitive.
Very
and
critical
just even
thinking.
from having, Jody, a child in the anything in the medical field is always very
Yes.
difficult.
Yes. I agree. I mean, hands down, that is a hard job.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are doing the Lord's work.
And
it is
that- yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
You're basically the front line
You
to.
Well, and you're the big line because the doctors have to come in and out. They can't spend the time and energy anymore. I see nurse practitioners now more than I see a
definitely.
doctor.
Yeah, me
and
too.
so that
Me too.
I mean, it's the new way.
Yeah.
And so, but nurses have always been your primary caregiver.
Yeah.
In the
Well, and especially in her case because she is a labor
Labor
and
and
delivery
delivery.
nurse. So we all
Yes.
know who've had children that the labor and delivery nurses are the one that
Do all the
whole
work.
thing.
you see
Yeah, they
all
do.
them the
And then
whole
the doctor
time,
comes
and
in at the last minute
and then
And gets all the
and
glory.
then Dr. Hot Pants
And
shows up
Dr.
for 5
Horowitz,
minutes.
Dr.
like,
Dr.
Pants.
Horowitz, come and see me sometime.
Yeah.
Are you still as cute as you were?
Thirsty goat.
What's the grossest thing you've ever seen as a nurse?
Oh my gosh. I
'Cause
could
there's some
probably
gross
make a
stuff.
whole podcast on this topic
Oh,
alone.
yeah.
But think of one thing that's particularly kind of that won't make us vomit.
I know. I was like, I don't have that filter that like knowing when it's too gross.
No, we
Line.
like your mom sends us all of this stuff.
Are you kidding? Do you see the stuff I watch? I'm like,
Yeah,
so
pimple popper over there.
I know, that's pretty gross.
That
for
grosses
me.
me out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's what I was thinking. It's like there was this
lot
I
of
had-
those
yeah.
smells.
pimple right
Yeah.
next
How do you
to
deal with
the
the smells?
I just try not to smell. I
How
try
do
not
you
to think
breathe?
about it.
Do you breathe out
Through
your
my
mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can breathe and not like purposefully like smell, like I just try not to like
Well,
Right.
don't you have a mask on anyway, right?
Yeah.
I mean, or no?
Not all the time.
But there's
COVID.
intentional smelling. Like
Yeah, there's
so do you
intentional-
ever like
walk
somebody
in-
somebody's like I farted and you're like
Yeah.
it's like you sure did.
No shit.
Well,
Okay, but
Pam
wait.
used to tell me she was, after COVID, while she was waiting to get into med school, she was a nurse practitioner at night.
Not a nurse practitioner.
No, I'm sorry. No, a nurse
A
tech.
CNA, yeah.
Nurse
Yeah.
A nurse tech at a hospital. And she would
Yeah,
tell me some
they do
stories.
the
I was
dirty
like,
work
wow.
for sure.
I mean, the whole arm? You had to use your whole arm
Your whole arm.
to, like, clean people.
I would imagine like
I've
a very
seen like
large
a turd
person.
the size of an arm
Oh, that was some impacted.
to like, you gotta fish it out of the toilet. It doesn't flush down.
Oh,
You're
one
like-
time I had a friend who, after she had a baby,
A friend.
no, no, for real.
That's a friend named
podcast
Shelly.
lingo.
I had this,
Whenever Jody says friend.
No, for real.
It's her. No.
I had this friend, and after she had a baby, I guess she had like a compacted colon.
Yeah.
And she had to go big potty, and her poop was so hard she couldn't get it down, so she got like a spatula and like
I
cut
have
it
a
in
funny story about that.
half.
I have a funny story about that. So at my last L&D nurse job was at the hospital I work at now. And in the bathroom, they had a little disposable scalpel hanging on the wall with a
Weird.
label made with a label maker that says
Oh.
poop knife.
Oh.
Fantastic.
I mean,
Fantastic.
you
I
are.
can't.
I mean,
That's too much.
wowza.
Wow. And a scalpel of all things.
Like they hung up a command strip, punched a hole in the packaging,
Yeah.
made a label.
Yeah.
the
To
comedy.
identify it.
Comedy gold.
Wow.
Comedy gold.
Not for
Any other
um,
purposes. There's fecal matter on this. Do not use
Do
this for
not
any
use-
other
oh,
purposes.
like no cutting
These are
allowed
Yeah,
with this
yeah.
for sure.
So now you're a labor delivery nurse, and you get to be with
Don't try to distract us from our poop talk, Jody.
You get to be like on the front lines of helping people have babies, and that must be
You've been
so
doing that.
intense.
That's not your site anymore.
Now
Oh, now
I'm
you're-
not. Yeah, that's what I did when
Oh,
I
that's
was a
what you
nurse.
did.
Yeah, when I was a nurse for like 14, however many years.
That's what you were doing.
That's what I did. I always did L&D, postpartum, pregnant people,
yes.
stuff, baby stuff. And now I still work in women's health, but it's in the outpatient clinic for all the prenatal appointments.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're the one that, like, if I'm going to the doctor,
Mhm.
I'll see you.
Yep.
Or oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's great.
But it's only for what?
Right. It's only for it's a very like niche clinic for women that are pregnant with babies that have complex fetal anomalies or heart problems or any issues that would need like immediate NICU care right after delivery so that
Oh.
they're able to deliver in the same hospital that their baby is in and they don't have to be separated.
okay,
So
right.
she just sees those patients only, not like
Okay.
typically, unless there's like overflow, right?
Well, and I don't even see the overflow
Yeah.
people. So
So you're very niche
very
in your care,
niche of the niche.
the niche of the niche.
The niche of the niche.
But you love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
What are your hours like?
Technically like 8 to 4.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good with having kids.
Yeah. And usually I don't see like a first patient until 8:40, the earliest. So
Okay.
Let's talk about your kids.
Yeah.
You have two well, let's go back to Dave. You married Dave
yes.
and y'all met
So we met, I was 16. And he was 18
Okay.
when we met. We did not go to school together. He graduated high school in 2003, and I was a sophomore, I
Mhm.
believe. And he played drums, like a snare drum on the drum line. And so
Uh-huh.
we met through a mutual friend who was also on the drum line.
Mhm.
And he was also a contract drum teacher and choreographer at Bowie High School.
Oh, wow.
Just as like when they had, say they were working on their
Like an
their
assistant.
thing,
competition.
they would bring him in to
Yeah.
teach. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. What does he do now?
Now he does CTs and X-rays.
Oh, okay. That's great.
Yeah. We do have a whole drum room with lots of drum and percussion equipment, so he does still play
I heard
on
Shep
occasion.
do his drums.
Canon.
I mean, Cannon. Was it
Yeah.
Cannon? Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, Cannon. And I was like, wow. I was blown away.
I know. So talented.
I'm like, you're going to
Since he was a little. So you have two kids.
He's got the genes.
Canon and Shep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And how old are they now?
They are 9 and 12 and a
Oh,
half.
my gosh.
And so Shep is going into fourth?
Mhm.
Okay. Wow. And Canon 7th.
Mm-hmm.
And what were y'all's delivery? What were your deliveries like? Since you're a pro, you were
Yeah.
like 5, 6, 7, 8. Get out.
Get out of here.
That's kind of how Sheps went. Cannon's not so much.
Yeah.
So go ahead and tell them about Cannon's delivery. That was your first baby, and we were all. I mean, we had matching T-shirts. We had coat shirts.
Nice.
We had. I mean,
I
was
was
a big
up
thing.
I was told to rest the day before my induction because my blood pressure was a little bit high, and I had gestational diabetes. It was kind of a rough pregnancy, and I had gallstones.
Oh gosh.
So I was told to go home and rest.
You were working night shift.
Yeah.
Labor and delivery.
Jeez
So she was
Louise.
Hauling people.
herself and pregnant women around.
Yeah, so I was told to go home and rest, but there I was up ironing letters on T-shirts.
Oh,
Definitely
making
not
us
resting.
our T-shirts.
oh my
Coach.
gosh.
So she of course she knew all the nurses that were there and everything. So they took excellent care of her and were all right there and
That
giving
is
her
really
everything
sweet.
she needed.
It's a family.
And she made childbirth look like it was no big deal. I mean, she was just like, first of all, she looked like $1 million. She's all made up.
Wow.
And she barely
like
even
daughter,
makes
like
a
mom.
sound and just like,
She's like,
boop,
"Boop,
boop,
Well, she didn't want to be
boop.
dramatic,
Oh, hey.
like, you know,
Yeah,
oh, hi,
like I seen-
baby. You know, I mean,
like me.
yeah. But the funniest
Not my whole
part,
body was getting ripped.
the funniest part is the people that showed up. Like all of the crazy family showed up for the delivery, and she had a huge room, and all these people, her dad's current wife, and her other family members that were just
crazy,
too much, crazy
grandma.
And so it made for like a real kind of a circus.
You're like,
and meanwhile,
is
she's
this
laying
a
there
Saturday Night Live
She's laying there
skit?
having labor.
Meanwhile, I was in pain, and I was like, "Well, this is fun."
Did they leave the room when you started to push?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
My dad was kind of getting mad.
He was
like,
mad.
He wanted to be in there, and I was like,
He was having a
"Absolutely
big
not."
fit about it.
I don't need my dad to see my new.
I know.
No, thank you.
Yeah, so I didn't actually work where I delivered the first time, but I worked in the same hospital system.
Mhm.
But yeah, I had diabetes and gallstones, and I actually got my gallbladder out the day after I delivered.
Oh gosh.
And
Yeah, I said do it because she'd been in so much pain and sick, and I said you need to just do it while
And
you're
that's so
here. Do it while the
painful, right?
baby's,
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to go home and be dealing with that business. So while I was already in the hospital and had the IV,
They just
and
wheeled her on down.
they had the nursery. They just wheeled me down, and then the day after that, I had to get a scope done too.
Gosh.
It was just one thing after another, but after all that, it was pretty smooth sailing.
Wow. So out of Cannon and Shep, who's your favorite?
Depends on the
Who's
day.
mom's favorite?
Depends on the day.
Depends on the day.
Kimmy, who's your
Just she'll tell you.
I know.
Cannon's her favorite.
Cannon's my favorite, but I
right now.
actually that's. Oh God, I love both of those boys so
Oh,
much for so different
yeah.
reasons. But you do get
It'll
kind of
switch.
attached. You get attached
Well, I
for
think
certain
the first
reasons.
one
Yes.
is
Or you like the
always
age they're in. And
Right.
then as they go to different ages, sometimes, like our mom loved teenagers, but not so much like the littles.
It's harder when they're little to
Yeah.
really, because I think you're tired. Went through all that yourself, and now it's like,
Yeah.
oh my God, there's so much work.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, they were when they were little, they really, really loved me so much. They were they wanted to come over, and it was really, really sweet. Now they're kind of they want to come over, but for different reasons.
They're like,
because they
to
want to
get
extort
money.
money from me.
Can you
Yeah.
drive me around in your Porsche?
Yeah.
They want to extort money from me. I told Shepard, you would kill me over $20, wouldn't you, buddy? He's like, no, I am. But I mean,
He's like, $1 million?
He's such a little money hound, I swear.
He's a
but
frat boy.
He's been a frat boy
It's like,
since
he
day
was born
one.
a frat boy. Jody had one of those. He was
I did.
born a
And now
frat
he's
boy.
like not
See,
a frat.
yeah,
boy.
his pregnancy and delivery was a piece of cake. I probably could have done that.
Isn't that
Do you think it was your
27 times.
gallbladder caused all that?
No, it was just well, it helps to not have a gallbladder because I didn't have that to deal with. But it
Do you
was
have
just
any effects,
quick.
residual effects now not having?
Mm-mm.
No?
Mm-mm.
So we don't really need that thing?
No.
Okay.
Well, some people
to know.
have diarrhea.
Like diarrhea
Like
for the rest
some
of their lives.
diarrhea.
Oh.
Usually that's kind of like temporary, I believe, but
Oh, okay.
I'm not a
Didn't know.
gastroenterologist, so I don't know.
Well, good for you. I'm glad.
Nice.
But your second Shep was a
you're
much easier
regular.
pregnancy.
Yeah, regular
yeah.
vitamins.
Cannon had to be induced.
We love to talk about poop.
and I had all that diabetes and my blood pressure
Yeah.
was like kind of high, but it ended up being fine in the gallbladder. And then when I went to get my epidural, the guy couldn't get it in, and he was like probably 90 years old.
Oh,
And it took like
gosh.
45 minutes, and he I had to open
Oh.
3 kits to
Oh.
do it. And he was like, never in my 30 years of
Well,
practice have I experienced this.
And I'm over
Lucky
there
me.
going,
Might be time to retire.
Well, and you know the other side of it. You know the
Well, and
epidural side.
then
and
I
you're
hadn't
like,
even
"Come on."
started, and I was only like in training for L&D. So like I had seen some stuff,
Yeah.
but I didn't know too much.
Okay.
Um,
Thank goodness.
enough. Yeah.
Probably would have kicked his ass.
Yeah. So there was
No,
that.
you get
debacle.
one and then you call somebody else in. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he even called somebody while he was back there working on it. Like,
He's like,
I
where's
have this thing
spine?"
happening.
oh my God. Don't you hate when that happens when they say there's something going on? After I had Jake, I was laying in the recovery room and I could hear like this nurse talking to a doctor on the phone. And she was saying, yeah, I don't like the looks of this. I think you need to come down here right away. And I was thinking to myself, dang, somebody's in trouble. And it was me. My blood pressure was really, really
no.
dangerously low after I had Jake. And I was just remember laying there going, somebody's having some trouble here.
Sucks for them.
So when you were watching her with that old guy, were you like the terms of endearment mom, like somebody get her?
Yeah.
Were you screaming?
I was.
Shirley
I
MacLaine
think-
you in
over
there?
I don't
For the
even know.
epidural?
I can't remember if I was actually in there for the epidural. I was there for like
Yeah, you
both
were.
of those.
I
children.
want to say you weren't there for the epidural, but Dave was
They usually
there.
make you step out.
Yeah, Dave was there holding me, and I could tell he was getting irritated with the guy too because I was like in pain, and he kept asking me questions like, where do you feel this? Where do you feel that? So I'm like trying to answer, but also like dying. And he's like, what? Because he's 90 years
'Cause
old.
He can't hear, and he
And
forgot
Dave's
his
like,
hearing
she said
aids.
it's on her hip. He was getting so
Dave.
mad.
Oh, good.
Dave,
Thank
come
goodness
on.
for Dave.
Hurry up.
And then I was so numb, I couldn't feel. I felt like I didn't even have legs. So
I know.
Oh.
That's the worst.
I remember
feeling.
that.
Yeah.
I was like,
like,
oh my
now
gosh,
I
they
can't
took my
run.
legs off too after I
So it was-
delivered that baby.
yeah, so it was kind of hard to push 'cause I couldn't feel anything. But
Yeah.
all things considered, like it was pretty quick induction and
Mm-hmm.
pushing from what I've seen.
Oh my gosh, I bet
What
you've
you've
seen.
experienced.
Yeah, we were like at the mall with Shep. We were just like walking around and just like you weren't in labor or
I was
anything.
yeah, even Shep, like the timing was so perfect because she was gonna be in town. I was like, it would be great if I could go into labor this weekend while she's here. So we were at the mall walking around trying to see if that would like kickstart anything, and then
She's
I
like,
didn't
do you
really
want
feel
this
anything.
Louis Vuitton or this Louis Vuitton? You're like, I'm
This
in
little
labor. I need both.
Okay.
Get out.
Yeah, and then we just went to dinner, and then kind of slowly, like things started ramping up, and then
And then she called her friend over to
I
come
did.
and
I
check
called
her.
my coworker over to come over and see like how dilated I was because I didn't want to go.
Like, where were you at the restaurant?
yeah,
Yeah.
at Chewy's, just go in the bathroom
At the mall?
No, at my house. And so then she came over and was like, "Well, you're like 5 centimeters." I was like, "Oh, cool."
I mean,
And I
it's
wasn't really
your
hurting.
intensity for being chill
Yeah.
Yeah.
really got you through that.
Where
Yeah.
did this chill
Well, it didn't really.
factor
It really
come
just felt like a
from?
bowling ball wanted to fall out of my butt.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah. That's
So yeah, so
That
then I was
accurate.
like, I called my work because I did work there at the time, and I was like, I'm gonna come in because I'm in labor because I knew I was 5 centimeters, but I didn't tell them, and they're like, well, if you come, bring treats. So then we stopped at Krispy Kreme mid labor to get the nurse's treat. Then I come in, I'll chill, and they're like, are you sure you're in labor? And I'm like, pretty sure.
because she looks like this.
Yeah. She's
You know.
so
Well, 'cause I wasn't,
Hey,
like, in
Krispy
that-
Kreme. Hey, I'm here.
I'm
I'm
here.
here.
And so I think they were all like, I doubt it. But I secretly knew that I was 5 centimeters. So then I got there about midnight, and then I had him at 5 a.m. and I didn't get any Pitocin or nothing. And my epidural went in like nothing. And I pushed like 2 times. I mean, it was like
Nice.
And we didn't invite nobody came.
I didn't even tell anybody I was in labor. I learned the first time.
Yeah.
I didn't even tell anybody until after. Like, oh, by the way, I had the baby.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's a boy.
I remember when I think it was Cameron, and I was at the Women's Hospital in Westlake having her, and there were so many people in there. And then all of a sudden, this guy comes in with a broom. I'm like, does he have to be in here right now while I'm pushing?
Necessary.
I mean, did y'all want to go get other people?
Oh my god!
Like, this is.
You mean you didn't sweep this before you brought me in
I know.
here? Jeez.
I was like, maybe.
So
this
where
is not the
where
time.
was that in Westlake? Was that at Renaissance?
Yeah.
Oh, I had Jake there.
Yeah, I really like that place.
Oh, I like
It was
that place
nice.
too.
I don't think it's open anymore.
No, it's
Right.
not.
So when did you move back to Austin?
So we had wanted to move back to Austin for like ever. It just kept not being the right time because like, we had our jobs and our friends and our kids. And then eventually the stars just kind of aligned. So we moved back in June of 2019.
Oh, okay.
So we were in San Antonio for like 13 years.
Yeah. So
A lot longer than
2019. Gosh, that must have been so hard for you.
Oh, it was. It was very hard for her.
Gosh.
She did not like it at all. She was
It's-
not
It
a
is hard.
fan.
Sorry.
It's hard when they don't live near you.
Well, and I think given our circumstances of our family and what we had going on, I really needed I needed some family closer than, I mean, even though it was only 1 hour away or an hour and a half away or whatever, it's still
a process to.
And you know, the boys, I knew that I would not be able to participate in a whole lot of things
Which was
because I
so
couldn't just
important.
drop everything and go up there for every little, you know, baseball game, whatever. And I really wanted to be a big part of their lives.
Yes.
I wanted to see them growing up, and I wanted to experience it.
And
And I wanted to give my 2 cents worth, you know.
Well, and it
So-
was very like intentional. Like I need them home, and
Right.
and so
And I knew that Cass wanted to be here, and I kind of wanted them in Austin. I kind of wanted her out of San Antonio, you know, and I wanted her close by, and I wanted Jake also to have a relationship with those boys too, potentially as being, you know,
like their uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
I think I wanted it for everybody, but I really wanted it for myself. I was being selfish about it, but
Yeah. So you came back, and now where are y'all living?
Same place.
Like in Circle C?
Mhm,
Like how
yeah.
far apart? How far are y'all from one another?
Yeah. So Egon graciously let us move into him and his brother's rental
Okay.
home, the home that they rent out. It was their dad's house. And that's kind of one of the things that happened. The stars aligned that their person that was living there, their lease was up. And so they let us move in there for a good deal. And so that's about 6 minutes from my mom's house. So
Oh, that's
really,
nice.
it's really perfect.
yeah, it's been
we
great.
weren't really, I don't think when we kind of threw all that together that it was really going to be a long term.
No,
we just
it
kind of
wasn't,
thought
but-
that it would be maybe we'll do this while they kind of get settled and get jobs, because really they didn't have jobs.
Yeah,
They had to
Oh,
come here
you
and
did.
find jobs.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think that we were just kind of thinking that it would be maybe a year, but then we had like COVID hit.
Yeah, COVID really
Exactly.
messed.
So
and then she went back to school,
and then
it was like, yeah.
and you know, it works out because I think the boys get to go to school close by, and it's helpful for them. They're busy,
But it's
and
been helpful
and
for
then you
y'all
can help.
Yeah.
that y'all have.
You get to be a part of it.
yeah.
completely
The day to day.
Yeah, and help, and it's really nice to be able to help your kids out in an adult world where, you know, when if the boys are sick or whatever, and if she needs me to pick them up or
Or-
know, whatever,
Or bring him a
whatever
change
I can
of
do to
clothes
help
to
out.
school.
Yeah, take a change of clothes to school, or I mean, she does never really ask for a whole lot. I mean, hardly ever.
Yeah.
She never really says, "Hey, can you do this? Can you do that?" But I think just even I remember back when I was a single mom in San Antonio, and I had no one.
Yeah.
No one. My parents lived in another state. And I mean, yeah, it was a phone call away, but I mean, I had no one to rely on. And so just knowing that you have, when you're at work, she knows that if something happens, I'm a block away from the kids,
So your boys will end up going to Bowie like you did.
Yeah, if we never get to move out, we might just take over the place. But
sounds like it's working.
Yeah.
I think what I always found, like having a very set schedule where you can't really leave because you're working with patients, saving lives, whatever. You have to have somebody in your life that's flexible to help you. There has to be one person flexible, and it sounds like you're lucky enough to have your mom who has more of a flexible schedule, and that is such a heaven sent.
Oh, yeah.
John had our flexible schedule-ish, but then I'd have to tap into like Shelly or other people to help me because I was stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
you can't leave a classroom of kids to go, bring your kid a new shirt because he spilled milkshake on it.
Harry would just turn him inside out. He would just wear, like, if he spilled something on the front, he'd either turn it inside out and flip it backwards so he didn't have to see the stain. Not his problem if it's in the back.
That's what I told him to do, but that's embarrassing. Apparently.
So what are your hopes and dreams for your kiddos?
Oh, gosh. I think Cannon, I don't have to worry about. He's very
driven,
very smart,
organized.
I call him a 40-year-old man trapped in a 12-year-old's body. He's very much like, in this economy, it's like, he's like, he knows more about the economy than I do. He knows about a lot of things than I do. And he's also very much like not a risk taker, a rule follower. And yeah, I think he's very driven to like do well in school, and
he's very hungry for knowledge. He loves to know things, learn things,
and tell everybody about it.
I love it. Yeah,
he wants to be an engineer,
and he loves cars.
Oh, nice.
He loves
He can tell you anything about
fighter
cars.
He always knew. Like, oh, you drive the. Awesome.
Yeah.
And Shep. Rocking
Shep,
y'all's world.
my little frat boy.
Your little frat boy.
He wants to be a YouTuber.
Yeah.
They all do. I'm like,
I don't tell you anything. They want to just sit and watch YouTubers play games.
I'm like, there can only be so many YouTubers in this
That's
world.
what Bryce does.
I don't know.
I'm like, that would be great.
Yeah.
But also, not everyone can be a YouTuber.
Let's have another.
Come up with a backup plan, like Grammy says.
Yeah.
He also he does well at school. He doesn't like it. But he's like very personable, very charismatic. Like he's just like a showman, but also kind of shy and afraid to like fail in front of people.
A little perfectionist.
Yeah. Oh. And so I'm just trying to make sure he stays on the straight and narrow. I feel like he's very impressionable and would very easily like do something because someone dared him to.
Yeah.
Or
we saw it in the pool.
To be funny,
like,
or so.
Tay-Tay's like, hey, chug a lug. And it's like,
what? He said that today at the barbecue. He's like, can I have a beer? I'm like, no, you're in 4th grade.
So
but he's also funny. He likes to, he's witty.
It's a bit.
He's very witty, and
I could see him in movies.
It's just like you're talking to a grown up, only he's a kid. He's not
I feel like it's his. He's been on Earth a couple of times.
Yeah.
He's like, I've already like Groundhog Day.
Right.
I've already done this, guys.
Yeah,
you're making me do this again. Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
And he's like, do y'all not see? It's like Sailor.
Yeah.
I mean, she's been on Earth so many times, and it's like, okay, she's like so put upon that. Really?
Yeah.
I have to go to high school.
He's very.
He already has a cell phone. He's in 4th, not even in 4th grade yet.
And he probably has more people on his.
He doesn't have.
It only has Wi-Fi.
It's not. It's not. They believe me. They got it locked down. But he's the one that was like, "Can I have a cell phone? Can I have a cell phone? When's I get a cell phone? I get a cell phone?" And
he's very much like. He will figure out how to do something, especially like technology. Like he like taught himself how to code, and I mean he can like run all the stuff, set up a Discord. I don't even know. So I could totally see him like a little entrepreneur, like a little
or getting in real trouble.
Trouble. So that's
he's
like
either gonna be like an unbelievable, amazing,
use that brain for good.
Yeah. And that's what I think that my goal with especially Shep is to channel his amazing. I mean, he wants to make money all the time, and he goes like, "Oh, extortion." That's a great trait in somebody who's only in third grade.
Yeah,
I mean, he went and sold little trinkets that he bought online at school. He was selling things and making money.
Bus driver bought one.
Yeah, I mean, he's really a little entrepreneurial, smart kid too. And so just channeling that,
lean into that in a healthy and productive way. Yeah,
without crushing his spirit with all of the rules and the regulations, and you got to be this and the medication, this and that. We got to take that and channel it into a happy future for him.
Right.
I think we can.
Yeah. Some of his traits that really frustrate me. Yeah. Some of his traits that really frustrate me, I know will be very beneficial to him as an adult. So I have to keep telling myself that, like, when he will stop at nothing to get what he wants, I'm like, okay, that will be very good for him, when he has a job or a project he wants to get done or, whatever. So
I love that, though.
They're very, very, very good kids. They're both straight A students, never a minute of really trouble when it comes to like at school and when they're with caregivers with me, whatever, I never have any issue with them whatsoever. They're both very well behaved.
I love that
boys.
You get to be with them and be with your daughter.
But I'm glad y'all have this as a sounding board. It's like, hey, Mom, this is going on. How do I navigate that?
Well, and you're so honest and straight shooting that you'll tell her,
Yeah, it's hard because, too, I don't want to overstep that boundary. I do tend to give advice or I share my knowledge, I call it. And I don't think I'm not going to get hurt if you don't do what I suggest.
Right.
I'm just that way. I'm laying it out there. I have a lot of faith in Cassidy and David's parents. Do they do everything right? No, nobody does. But I think they do.
Neither did we.
They have the basics down excellent. They love their kids and they're great parents. And the rest of it is just housekeeping stuff,
It is. It is.
Well, Cassidy, this has been really fun to get to know you better. We are going to take a break and we're going to have a part 2, getting to know the mother and daughter relationship even more. So we're going to say Texas, Texas. Yeehaw.
Hey, y'all. I'm Cassidy, the favorite daughter, obviously.
And I'm Kim, her mom, her match, and the real reason she turned out halfway decent.
Welcome to Mom's Favorite, the podcast where we laugh, vent, and overshare like it's our full-time job.
Yeah. And we're coming straight to you from Austin, Texas, where the queso's hot, the opinions are hotter, and we don't sugarcoat a damn thing.
Just think of us as Thelma and Louise, but only they're related and they have a podcast instead of a death wish.
So go ahead and pour yourself something strong, maybe a margarita, get a little snack.
Because here on Mom's Favorite, we got a lot to unpack.